Well, looks like Fiend has left 3 on the board: Apocalypse, Demon Island, and Crystal Temple, the newest 3 of the maps. Not sure which one exactly Wesley is leaning towards. They all are relatively similar with some small nuances like the number of soft platforms and whatnot, but they're all in the relatively small kind of short-walled platform kind of maps.
Yeah.
3, 2,
All right, here we go. Game 1 of Winners Finals. We're going to see who's going to be able to get the first weapon. It looks like it's going to be Wesley here with the axe in hand. Fiend scoops through, manages to get an axe of his own, and so far, no one's actually been able to land a hit. The first one going to Wesley.
Like that weapon toss, able to maintain the pressure, going to be looking for the 3-piece. Actually didn't connect with the ground pound, but was able to still like kind of recover and go for that gravity cancel downlight. Is maintaining this damage on top of Fiend.
There we go. Wesley once again looking for that ground pound conversion, unable to connect the hit. Fiend sharking from below.
Ooh, the neutral signature caught Fiend jumping. He's able to avoid the weapon toss, but the side heavy, and Wesley takes the first stock.
And I like that, right? He goes for the unarmed side signature while Fiend is still kind of in the end lag of the spear recovery, so he couldn't avoid it. Now is how he's able to get that first stock, but now Fiend trying to answer back here. Wesley doing such a great job of racking up all this damage. Still needling, what do you call it? Threading the needle there.
Yeah, needling the threads, some might say.
Needling
Fiend
the threads.
does hit the ground pound, though. Able to even up the stock count. Wesley gonna just go in immediately with the unarmed. He's a very confident Wesley to start off game number 1.
Okay, Fiend snatches that axe before Wesley's able to pick it up. Going to keep Wesley starved for a little bit here. Going to dash dance a little bit. Going to lose that weapon as well. Hoping the next spawn is going to be a little bit closer by, and it is. Manages to get that rocket lance, but Fiend still keeping on with the aggression.
Fiend from below, try that vertical game against this lance. Went for the downlight. Nice read for the kind of backup gravity cancel downlight. Really committed for the ground pound. Wasn't able to connect, but that's got to be scary for Wesley.
Yeah, I know. I was like, is he going to keep holding it? I felt like if he held it even just a little bit longer, it might have connected, but I'm not sure there. Either way, it looks like we do have quite an even match here. Woo! Beautiful read from Fiend on that dodge there to get the D-lights here to close out the stock, but Wesley is pretty much like, I don't know, maybe a D-sig away from closing out the stock with the axe here. What weapon does he have queued up? We won't find out because Fiend is starving it.
Fiend's done a really good job of recognizing how Wesley reacts out of the sidelight, which is why he was able to connect with that gravity cancel downlight twice. Wesley does still find the stock evener, though. It's going to be a very close final stocks in game 1.
There we go. Wesley trying to read a jump there, unable to find it. Fiend going to dodge high this time around. Wesley again looking for the jump after the downlight, but Fiend not giving it to him. Uh-oh. Beautiful dodge.
Solid damage being put out on both sides. Sidelight goes for the side air, but Wesley able to avoid it.
Nice. Oh, this could be big. Wow, a trade there. Wesley has Fiend on the side.
Oh no! He went so high, was reaching for the axe recovery, and Wesley able to dodge underneath it, connects with his own recovery, and takes game number 1 over the current South American champion of Fiend.
Yeah, this is what I like to see here. Now, I know that for Wesley, this tournament is kind of a big deal here. Really has been looking to secure that victory, secure the name for himself here among the upper echelon, and this is definitely a great way to get it started here. Has been labbing out tremendously, and hopefully this will be the answer that he's looking for here. Looks like we're going, I believe, back to Apocalypse for game 2.
Yeah, Wesley did fall just a little bit short in the Winter Championship. Fiend was the champion of that one. Wesley taking home 2nd place, taking home the silver. So he's likely trying to fight for that gold, wants to get his spot in the grand finals, where it'll be a little bit easier to get that final victory.
There we go, gets a side light there. Nice true combo conversion there. Fighting out Fiend here. It's going to be a good chunk of damage. Wow, I can't believe that recovery actually hit Fiend before he was able to pogo, but he's making great use of that down signature on Bryn.
Meanwhile, Wesley doing a fantastic job going for those sidelight nairs. Kind of continue this juggling on top of Fiend. Throws out the ground pound, a risky play. Fiend does not connect with the down air. Wesley's going to survive.
Wow, I'm actually so surprised that Wesley fully charged the recovery on the rocket lance there. I think, oh no, yeah, you have to be careful. That does have a hitbox in the back. That gravity cancel side light. Wow, he didn't line it up. He was this close to getting that ground pound, Duke.
Fiend just slightly off the mark, maybe not quite as warm as he wants to be. Throws out the side signature. Wesley not able to find the hit. But Wesley is surviving against Fiend.
I love that. He kind of dropped the conversion there for a second there with the side light recovery and said, you know what, I'll just kind of fall through the platform and recovery anyway, and he was able to catch Fiend.
Yeah, kind of threw Fiend off on the timing. Didn't go for the straight just jump recovery. Instead, like you were saying, he went through the soft platform and then charged up that recovery.
Wow, the dodge through there as well to get that Sair. Wesley is looking immaculate. Fiend is trying to answer here. These nairs are a good place to start. Getting all these juggles. That gravity cancel D-light as well. Hold on, he's out of there. Just has a dodge. That's all he has. Easy ground pound.
Gone. Wesley with a huge Lance Gimp on top of Fiend.
Okay, Fiend, he needs to find the answer here. Neutral light's a good place to start. Carries Wesley off stage, can't land the Sair though, and now Wesley fighting back. Every bit of damage is adding up. Wow.
Does connect with the down light. Wesley just adding extra damage on top of Fiend. Neutral signature, and Wesley's able to even up the stocks.
Yeah, it looked like it was just barely enough force on that one to KO Wesley kind of in the top left corner of the screen there, but now coming back with a lot of damage amassed from that last stock. Wesley is looking to get a few more hits in before he starts fishing for that KO. Fiend's going to see if he has anything to say about that.
Fiend doing a really good job of adding up this damage onto Wesley, avoiding these wake-ups, but Wesley just needs one to disarm Fiend.
Wesley has the damage racked up at this point. Maybe he can go for the end sig, maybe just Sayers to carry him off stage and go for the edge guard. What tricky movement to avoid that hitbox from Fiend there in the corner. Wesley just trying to find a way back down.
Fiend trying to find the finisher, but Wesley will connect with a sidelight recovery. Wesley one game away from earning his spot in the grand finals.
Yeah, Wesley is looking good right now. Fiend, you know, has been trying to rock it out with this Bryn. Bryn, I feel like a character that's always been good, but I feel like is making a resurgence in popularity a little bit, especially with that down signature on the spear. I've been seeing even when Crocky's been streaming, he's been talking about how annoying and powerful of a move specifically that spear down sig is, because it hits behind, pulls forward, and it stays out active for so long. It's tough to deal with, but maybe Fiend will go for a legend swap here. The Bryn hasn't been working out for the past 2 games.
Just gonna change up the skin game. Gonna be going to the Barbara Bryn now. As we get right on into game number 3. Fiend is, I assume, going to be pretty confident that even if he loses here in the winners finals, that he can make the run through the lower bracket and he'll still have that second best of 5 in the grand finals. Of course, nobody really wants to play for that, but maybe Fiend's just kind of got this mentality. You know what? I'm going to just keep working on the character that I've got in my hands right now. Don't want to make that last minute switch and then end up regretting it.
Here we go. Wow, I love that. Immediately getting that 2-piece conversion, grabbing the weapon and continuing to starve Fiend. Might try to continue it here. No, Fiend does get a weapon, but look at the damage. No dodge on Fiend available. Already in the orange, Duke.
Yeah, this Lance play from Wesley is so incredibly devastating. He's just adding up this damage. Fiend, though, the fact that he wasn't knocked out from all that damage is giving him this room to get in, get these axe hits, and actually disarm Wesley.
Oh my goodness, there we go. D-light recovery, not enough. Tries to get the end sig. It's not going to hit. Wesley looking for a hit there with the end sig of his own. What's going to be the edge guard? Wow.
Yep, just a dare. Gonna put some threat onto Fiend.
And there we go. He whiffs, but it's so hard sometimes to punish these signatures from Bryn because they always leave her in kind of an awkward spot airborne. And I mean, just like that, Fiend's able to capitalize now, getting that side light into the jump recovery to secure the first stock. But he's in the deep red, and wow, that's almost enough to take him out.
He is hurting, but he's also got the weapon advantage. He needs to add some damage onto Wesley, though, because if Wesley just finds one side air, then suddenly it's an even game again.
Expecting Wesley to kind of throw out that down sig with the axe sometime soon here. We're seeing Fiend is trying to make himself a nice comfy home sitting on top of Wesley while stacked, but it looks like Wesley was able to find the neutral light and bring this back to an even game stock-wise.
I think that Wesley kind of recognized that the way that the weapon spawns have been going, they just start on top of the player who's respawning in South America. And so he just charged up a recovery, knew that it was going to spawn on Fiend, and he was covering it.
There we go. It's looking pretty good thus far. Wesley slowly making a little bit of a comeback damage-wise. Fiend trying to stop that from happening. Almost hits him on the way down there, trying to get the shark, but now 4, 5, almost 6, 7. He's getting so many hits in a row here, just staying stuck to him like glue.
He is getting all this damage added up. Fiend, though, able to wrestle his way back in with the unarmed kit. He's got the axe in hand against Wesley's axe. Now, who's going to find the side air? Wesley with the downlight.
Oh my goodness, Wesley is just completely showing what he's all about here. Fiend seemingly struggling. I mean, he had a little bit of a lead there, but now Wesley looking to take this even further. This could be a 3-0.
And this could be a 3-0 as Wesley with this lance has just been putting in the work on top of Fiend.
Okay, almost. Missed the down air, goes for the D-light immediately. Fiend is trading way too much in these scenarios. Finally gets to turn around with the Sayer, but basically in every single scramble scenario, you know, Fiend may get 1 or 2 hits, but then Wesley will take like 7, and that is not a trade you want to take here as Wesley is fishing for that final blow.
It's just going to take one. The neutral signature, unfortunately for Wesley, is going to spike Fiend off the main stage, but so much damage has been added up. This is likely going to go in the way of Wesley, and we might see Wesley in the grand finals above the South American champion of Fiend.
Yeah, pretty much if Wesley lands a move that's not D-light or, yeah, pretty much anything, really. It's going to take the stock there as Wesley is able to secure himself a spot in the grand finals with a 3-0 victory over Fiend, who that's no easy task. This is Fiend we're talking about. This is kind of the person we look at to say, okay, yeah, I mean, it makes sense he's in winners finals, but we are by no means expecting him to get kind of blown out like that. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he's sitting in losers finals, going up against the winner of this match we have coming up here, which is going to be Stardeath and Power Ranger.
Yeah, we got to see a little bit of both players earlier today, and unfortunately for Fiend, if Stardeath is the one who continues, there's a very real possibility that he'll run into more potential lands, as Stardeath was just playing a Roland.
It can be